Hi guys, Yacca here. So I am doing the last push for Legend right now, and I will do that with the Aggro Demon Hunter. But right now, as of today, there's been a nerf to Demon Hunter. What I'd like to do a suggestion on how, just my initial thoughts of how it could change the Aggro Demon Hunter build and still make it work. It got hit, but it didn't really get hit all that much, and I think there's some good mitigations you can do with existing cards in order to just make the deck work almost just as well. The nerfs that has been that hit Demon Hunter has been the Voracious Reader. Voracious Reader used to cost 2, and in aggressive decks having this mana nerf is kind of a thing. You actually only wanted to use the Voracious Reader when you were kind of running out of cards, so it's not that bad. However, sometimes you would run into having this just in hand, or having 2 of them in hand and you needed to play them, and then this does hurt the deck just a little bit. So therefore my suggestion is just to get usually you would only get a card or 2 out of the Voracious Reader anyway. So just having, instead of having the body on the board and still trying to go for something that costs 2 that draws cards, I suggest to go for a Spectral Sight instead, just to cycle through and getting more threats whenever you're out of stuff. It's not something that you want to keep in your starting hand, but it's nice to draw into, because then you will cycle into some more threats. So that's one change that I'll suggest. Then Dreadlord's Bite has been the other one that's been nerfed from a 3 mana 3/2 to a 3 mana 2/2, as you can see here. I actually do think that having the, essentially what you try to do with aggressive decks, you try to count damage. So you go from a 7-point damage, you have 2 swings with the weapon, so that's 6 points of damage in the past before the nerf. And then you had 1 outcast ability where you gave 1 damage to the entire board. That's 7 points of damage, also board and your opponent as well, your opponent's face. That's 7 points of damage. This will go to 5, which could still kind of work, because the break point for this one is, the other one is a 3 mana 2/2 weapon with no outcast ability, which is the Eldrazi Warblades. I've heard people theorize that going to a Marrow Slicer would be better, because you would get 8 points of damage for 4 mana instead of 5 points of damage for 3 mana. I just think in the aggressive decks you want to have such a low curve as possible, and therefore I do think that this might be, it slows up the aggressive build just a little bit. And if trying to respect that you want some really low cost cards in your deck, I would actually try to do something else. I'll leave 1 in, 1 Dreadlord's Bite, but then I will try to add a Felsteel Executioner, because there's a good chance with the later game cards you can also discount this one, for instance from a Skull of Gul'dan. Then it's easy enough to corrupt the card. So I'd like to see which one actually works best, because this is 3 mana for 12 points of damage. So that's a lot better than any of the other weapons that is in the deck. There's just this corrupt mechanic that needs to happen, so I'm not sure it's good enough, but I'll try it out. And we can have both weapons, one is a minion I guess, in the deck, and see which one actually works best. And the last hit is actually quite insignificant towards the deck, and that's Lawkeeper Paul Kelt. Whenever I used Lawkeeper Paul Kelt, it would usually just be on 5, because I wanted the next card I drew to be Skull of Gul'dan, because then it would be outcast. So sometimes I would go to 4, I had Lawkeeper Paul Kelt, but I didn't want to play it, not until turn 5, because I would draw Skull of Gul'dan on 5 mana, I wouldn't be able to play it, and then on the next turn you draw another card, which then of course would be the other Skull of Gul'dan if I haven't drawn any of them. But then I would have this Skull of Gul'dan sitting kind of in the middle of everything, and that's not really all that great. But therefore, I think that Lordkeeper Polkelt, we don't need to substitute him. He'll kind of be still be the top end of the deck. It's just he'll cost 1 more mana, and that'll hurt the deck a little bit, but not in a way that matters in any way, shape, or form, the way I see it. So with this modified Aggro Demon Hunter build, I'll do the last push towards Legend, and we'll see if it works, and if we get there. Alright, last match before hitting Legend, first try. Okay. Oh, another one playing a Demon Hunter. Okay. Well, the nerfs have hit also the other classes, and maybe even more so than the aggressive one. But these are too slow. I want my 1-drops. Oh, he had a good... He kept all of his cards. Okay. This is actually pretty good, because this will go to outcasts. You see, the deck tracker still records this as 4 mana, but we know better. What's up, kitty cat? Oh man! Altruist. I guess he has the second slice to deal with that one. But then he needs to invest his entire turn doing that. I guess that's fine. And I'm pushing some damage in. Let's see. Get beaming sidekick. Let's draw. Beaming on itself is not that great. Alright. I'll just hero power. Let's see if we can corrupt this one. I don't want to play Altruis. I want to use that for Skull of Gul'dan. But I do have a bunch of 1-drops. It would be quite weird if I don't draw anything. So it's the regular Soul Demon Hunter. Okay, I can Spectral Sight as well. Bone Chewer is actually good. He might have the Marrow Slicer. That's kind of the worst draw for me, but still, it won't hurt me all that much. Then I could draw up on the next turn. If he clears that one, I'll drop the Lordkeeper Polkelt. Okay. I'll drop Lordkeeper Polkelt in order to discount a bunch of cards and have a good Altruist turn maybe. And I can also get the Felsteel Executioner to corrupt. I'll do this. There we go. Now we have a 3-mana 4/3 weapon. Ouch. But then we got rid of his healing at least. What? Did he mess up? I don't know. I'll do this. And then we can actually get to use this. Philosophy. So he got another one of those. He generated a card at least. Now I can draw Still Stepper and get... I'll definitely be able to draw a card if you play it this turn. I will definitely be able to. And then I can... Can't draw another card, but I can bump this one and do this and hit face. There we go. We're starting to pull some damage here. Let's see if he has the AoE. Wow. Okay. This should work. Let's do this. It's a good amount of damage. And then I can still keep Kane. And this one is a little bit awkward to remove. I guess not. As long as he doesn't have the... Okay. The what? The Eldraki Warblades, that's my concern. But I do think I might have lethal now. Like 4, 3, 11. So we actually managed to go to Legend. Then we'll go there. And we can go there. And we can go there. Well, whoops. And we are Legend Boys! Woo! And it still works. The Aggro Demon Hunter still works. And I think that's also the Demon Hunter archetype which got hit the less out of these nerfs. But... getting a bunch of XP as well. And... the rank... woohoo! 3,000! There we go. I'll leave a deck code for this revised Aggro Demon Hunter build in the description, and try it out if you like. It's not refined in any way. It was just my initial thoughts on how to actually make the deck work. And thanks for watching, guys.